Alright, welcome to another quick Let's Play, this time for Elemental War Magic. This is actually a game that came out about a year ago or so, and is a game that I had played some at launch, but there was a lot of issues, as I'm sure some of you may be aware of if you're watching this. Had a lot of issues at launch. However, they've Stardock has done like they usually do with their games, and they've made a lot of changes, a lot of updates to fix it. I have not played this game in, I don't know, several months. 4 or 5 months. But I had a friend who was asking me about the game, and I figured maybe it'd be good to do a quick, new campaign game, kind of learn the game and record it and let you guys watch it. So it's kind of going to be a true first play slash, let's play. And, maybe play through, 4 or 5 episodes and give you a look at the game and maybe help you decide if it's something you think you might want to get. So let's go ahead and let's see what's the difference between... Okay, new game is how you do the custom game, where you can just set up the world however you want. But we're going to do a campaign. And then, start new.
A century after the cataclysm, Elemental consisted of 2 continents, West and East, joined at their northernmost points by a single bridge. Scattered kingdoms of men characterize the West, while the East is desolate and unknown, save for a single kingdom, Craxus, ruled by men. The adventurer Aurelius, having long traveled the eastern continent, discovered the empires of old had reconstituted themselves. Worse yet, the leaders of Craxus, the sole bastions of mankind in the east, have sided with these fallen empires. Barely escaping with his life, ship and crew dashed upon the southern cliffs of his homeland. The lone adventurer is forced to make the voyage home on foot. His kinsmen must be warned of the growing shadow in the east.
Kind of weird. Got a little glimpse of the world there, and then the loading screen comes up. It's kind of odd. I like the style of how they do the loading screen here, though. It's like the see-through window type thing. It's pretty neat. Alright, basic controls. Adventurer brushes the sand from his waterlogged surcoat and, looking north, contemplates his next steps. You ain't kidding. You can select units by left-clicking on them, or the tile they're standing on. To set their destination, simply right-click on an empty tile. Alright, so you can zoom out. Okay. I guess I can't go to that shipwreckage. Camera movement. Before setting off, Aurelius looks around to regain his bearings. Move the camera by holding the left mouse button and dragging the map. If you have a scroll button, you can use it to freely rotate the camera, or scroll to zoom to the cloth map, a strategic version of the main map. Roger. Okay, so you can... Okay, gotcha. Like I said, it's been 6 months plus since I really played this. I did load it up yesterday just to make sure it ran. Got into a game, I got about this far and then got out of it. Okay, I kind of vaguely remember this, where you pick up a few guys early on and they kind of join your party and give you some bonuses, abilities, things like that, so... Another survivor. Up ahead, Aurelius sees Janusk, one of his men from the journey east. Feeling a sense of relief, knowing the road ahead would not be walked alone, Aurelius goes to talk to his friend. Place a cursor over Janusk and right-click to talk to him. Alright. Excellent. Agrees to join. With Aurelius selected, move the cursor over Janusk and right-click to set him as your destination. The two units will combine into an army and will be treated as a single unit up on the main map, but fight separately in battle. Excellent. Alright, so they kind of joined together there. Gotcha. Kind of a neat looking little cloud effect there. Alright. Looks like we have some other dude up here. A scribe by trade, Janusk offers to track their progress in his journal. A campaign log will keep track of the major events in the campaign. You can reach it through the event icons that appear on the right side of the screen. Okay, there we go. So these are like the tips things. Gotcha. Alright, Miramus. I see more urgency in your eyes, boy. Please, if you're heading north, take a moment to hear my tale. Excellent. You'll make a fine addition to our kingdom. Alright, continuing northwards, the two have a chance encounter with a weathered old farmhand named Miramus. He warns them about the creatures that hold dominion in the mountains, known as the Lower Scarps, and of the queen that rules the land beyond, a tyrant named Proserpine. Aurelius laughs. Proserpine is no tyrant, I assure you, he tells Miramus, but the hermit is not swayed. Miramus tells of his own powers over the tilled soil and how Queen Proserpine demanded of him allegiance he refused to give. Angered, the queen remained silent. Then she picked up a stone from the ground, handed it to him. The world is dying. If you find another who can provide sanctuary as I do, this will reveal it. Looking at Aurelius now, Miramus senses the same power within the adventurer. He hands Aurelius the stone. As he does so, a warm glow spills forth and lights the barren waste surrounding them. Miramus realizes he has found a worthy leader in Aurelius and offers his allegiance. Excellent. Miramus has joined your cause, has shown how you have to found your first settlement. Select Aurelius and move him to the space between the fertile land and the gold mine. Once there, click on the Found Kingdom. Okay. I will say, since it's been quite a while since I played, it seems like this early tutorial is doing a slightly better job of explaining what's going on. Now that we are acquiring knowledge, we can focus on relearning lost technologies. Okay, I vaguely remember this. I think this is... You kind of always have something researching kind of a deal. Kind of similar to the Civilization games, I believe. Where you just... You kind of pick a tree and you'll always have something... You know, something being trained, I believe. I don't know if, let's see, civilization, warfare, magic, adventure, diplomacy. I think we'll go with civilization first. For some reason, I vaguely remember this is a good one to start with. Okay, so it had found a kingdom. I think it said found a kingdom between those right there for some reason. Build capital here, yes. What kind of a city name is that? Aluminum-Sills. Whatever. Oh, we can rename it. Excellent. I don't know if I can deal with that. Let's call it Techville. There we go. Improve city. And so Aurelius founded the first city of his fledgling kingdom. Word quickly spread across the countryside that life had been restored to the lands south of Peridon. The population output soon grew. With the knowledge of Miramis provided, we can build a farm which will allow us to feed our growing population. We will need to construct a workshop to provide the materials to build farms and homes for our new citizens. So we need to construct a workshop. Building a farm. As people flock to the safety of Aurelius outpost, it becomes apparent that the nearby fertile land will need to be harvested if the settlement is to grow. It will take a turn, but when the fertile land tile is within your territorial control, you can select it. Then choose the build farm option. Alright. Peasant militia has joined our cause. Roger that. Alright, so yeah, I kind of vaguely remember workshop. I think that didn't say it, I needed a workshop. I kind of remember, and I don't see it now, but I do remember how as your town, I thought it used to get kind of like a circle around it, showing it the range that it, you kind of influenced. I mean, this game's kind of a let's do this. Kind of get the army all in one there. This game is definitely a unique kind of a game because it's kind of like an RPG with kind of a city building civilization slant to it. So it is a pretty unique game, and that was the big hype around it when it came out. So if you're seeing this for the first time, you may be saying, "Wow, this is kind of crazy," and it is to a certain degree. And it is turn-based, so I'm just standing here, nothing's really happening. We can see a nasty spider over here. I need to. Okay, there we go. If you just kind of double click.
Yes.
Wandering shopkeeper has set up wares in Aurelius outpost. You can purchase weapons, armor to visit the shop. Item shop, select an army containing a hero, then from the actions tab, select visit item shop. Done. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now you can kind of see it. Yeah, see the little red line? I think that's kind of showing the areas that you're able to do stuff. So, like, if we do that, build farm. Requires 2 materials. I have 15 materials, so I guess I can do that. There we go. Build a gold mine. That takes 10 materials. I might not want to do that quite yet. Okay, so I think this is let's see. This is the workshop here. When I hover over it, it's in cost. This looks like 3. What is that? Like manpower, population, 3 population, and 1 hammer majig, whatever that is, and 1 building majig, whatever that is. Oh, that's tiles required. Okay, so yeah, I can pick workshop, and then you can actually pick where it's going to go. Okay, there we go. Granaries increase the food produced by the settlement. Alright, let's get out of that for a second. See, so you can actually advance the turn. Boom. There we go. Techville has grown to level 2. You can now pick an area to specialize in. Gildar production, bonus 10%. Or random guardian unit spawn. Okay, so this is usually, I vaguely remember this too. You could have a kind of a guarding unit for your city, or you can get some more money, which I think we'll just go with that for now. There are enemies in your territory. Okay, the spider over there. I guess I don't like that. Okay, so I've leveled up as a capital. Trying to remember, can you hold? Okay, you can hold control and select. Some wreckage from Aurelius' ship seems to have washed ashore and now sits unclaimed, save for the great widow spider that sits atop of it. Why would a spider be sitting on a bunch of shipwreck stuff? If you've purchased equipment, make sure it's being used properly by clicking the View Equipment button. I did not. I did not buy equipment. Nope, I didn't want to do that. I think I just exited that guy from the party there. I did not mean to do that.